Hello guys, welcome to the channel .NET Experts. Now the next question is what is C# in interfaces? So let us understand. I hope you guys have got some basic understanding on the abstract. So let us see what is interfaces. To do that, I will go back to the Visual Studio and let us see. I have created interface. If you don't know how to create an interface, what you can do, you can right click on the folder. You can just go to the new item and just give a minute. So you can just go to the add and you can just always select the item as new item. So here, whenever you declaring interfaces, you have just make sure it starts with always I, and you can just give the class name. So ideally that creates the interfaces, and how the interfaces will look like. Interfaces will have the keyword interface here. So you can just make sure, okay, what are the things which are created is interface. Okay, so the next question is like what exactly the interface. So interface is nothing but it's a kind of a contract. So when I say contract, let us say you will have your classes, and that class will have certain methods. I hope you guys understand what is the meaning of methods. So example, if I go back to the permanent employee from the previous video, the base amount is nothing but it's a method which is present inside the classes. So here in the contract, in the interfaces, what we are saying, okay, I'm going to have this many methods, and wherever this interfaces is you getting used or getting inherited, it has to be having all the methods whatever it has been mentioned in the interfaces. So let us see that in action now. So I just create a void method here. So by default, I think it should be able to access it in the other classes. So by default it should be public, and let us go back and just try to start using this interface in the other class. So I just created one more class called as example. You can use this one, and you can see the as I said, right, once you have the interfaces ready, and wherever you are inheriting it and wherever you are using that interface in a class, it will ask you to make sure it will have all the implementation, what are the members which you defined in the interfaces. So that's what it is saying here. You can see here, example does not implement the interface members. I example employee details. So what is saying? Okay, boss, you are just inheriting interfaces here, and I don't see the method or the member which you defined here, employee details. So let us go ahead and you can just do control dot. That will give you option to implement interface. You can just go ahead and do that. So you can see here, the moment I do that, it is saying okay, default it's gonna be a public method. So got it right, like the interfaces is something. Let me define one more method here. So I'll just call it as like int test method. So always try to maintain the naming conventions. That's going to be very very important when you become a professional coder. And let's go back here, and I hope yes, I'm expecting a error here. It says again the same thing. We just have to go ahead and just read out the message. Example does not implement the member example I test method. So I'll just go ahead and do that. So it says okay, everything is clean and clear. So here in the interfaces, we are defining all the methods or the all the members which is needed for a class, and we're just saying okay, wherever this interface is getting used, and we just have to make sure all this members whatever I defined here, it should be implemented there in the class. So let us not use the test method now, it's not necessary, and I'll just remove this method as well. So let's try to keep it very simple, and obviously we'll try to just use console dot write line, and we'll say employee details. So I'll just call interfaces. Okay, so the remaining things gonna be the same. So you're just going to create an object for employee in example class, and you're just going to call that method employee details. So you can just execute this method. I can see that here employee details interface is getting called. So what you guys understood from this, say I example is something. It is our interface. It will not have any constructors here. It will not have any implementation here. It will just have the details of the members. It will have details of the methods and list of things which you want as a contract for your classes. You can just go ahead and define it here. But in the abstract class, you can have the constructors here. You can have the methods and non-abstract methods. All these things you can just have it here. But it's going to be a different case here, right? And also we can just cross check like what else we can think of, like okay, what are the method members you're going to define it. By default it's going to be the public, right? So, and one more thing, the moment you create any the interfaces, it will not have anything, it will be empty one. So you have to make sure what are the members you want it, just have to go ahead and create it as per your requirement. And abstract class will not support the multiple inheritance. I think if you guys, I mean, might have heard in your college days or somewhere like interfaces which is used for multiple inheritance. So ideally C sharp doesn't support the multiple inheritance, in a sense, okay, we cannot have the more than one class to be inherited in the single class. That is not possible in the C sharp. So ideally we go for the interfaces to achieve that. So that is one of the advantage, whereas abstract class, it does not support the multiple inheritance. So guys, I'm just trying to keep it very practical here. So if you guys have any questions or something, if you're getting any confused on this, the answer which I'm trying to give it, so please do let me know in the comment section. And also we will just help you with your training for your jobs and everything. So you can just try to always contact me. You can try to join our Telegram channel, and yeah, that's all. And we will see the next topic. And all the best for your interviews. Thank you so much, guys. See you again. Bye bye.